Hello everyone, Javelin here. Thank you for returning. The Hero's Journey, a venture of self-development and obtaining wisdom. There are many of us who embark on this journey to find purpose, or in another sense, find what we're looking for. The thing that will make us who we want to be, or what we're supposed to be. Known as the monomyth, the hero's journey is a sort of template for many stories we read to this day. A hero sets out into the unknown world from the known world, achieves victory or purpose in a significant event, and returns from this journey or quest a changed person and shares this gained insight with the people. Joseph Campbell, the writer of The Hero with a Thousand Faces, describes this monomyth in 17 stages, and these stages can be grouped into 3 separate acts: departure, initiation, and return. We begin with the main character receiving what is coined as the call to adventure. The main character usually comes to some realization that there is much more to the world than where they are, and while this is usually a scary or intimidating factor known as the refusal to the call, the main character nonetheless will have some type of mentor or guidance, whether it be external or internal, that drives the yearning to take the first step. This is inserted as the supernatural aid and becomes the initial push to crossing the first threshold, where the main character leaves the known and travels into the unknown. After some time, the main character will have a sort of realization that they are finally separated from what they once knew, facing difficulties and eventually beginning to learn, grow, and evolve to condition themselves to this new chapter of life, a metamorphosis, so to speak. The main character at this point will begin a stage of proving themselves through trial and tribulation, leading to success, failure, and everything in between. This is known as the Road of Trials. Throughout these trials, the main character will be met with resistance and in need of aid. This is where we insert meeting the goddess, a culmination of all the qualities and experiences gained that are tested to win the boon of love, or amor fati, the love of fate. There will be some intervention in some way after this as the hero faces temptations of the flesh or human condition. And while it is not necessarily a woman as the temptress, it can be other examples such as greed or wrath. Once overcome, the MC will then transcend and be brought before some ultimate being or judgment, with this as a sort of atonement where the main character must abandon the 2 dragons known as ego and sin in order to open their soul and discover that the father and mother reflect each other, what I would interpret as a balance, so to speak. As the main character achieves apotheosis, the realization they're capable of greater understanding, and discovers resolve, they become prepared to face the most difficult part of the journey. All of the events, building blocks, and decisions made lead to the singular point or climax of the journey, the ultimate boon, coined as the elixir of life, the Holy Grail. The gods are sort of overseers of this elixir, and the main character seeks this power, this grace, this substance to sustain power and life. Only those deemed worthy may have it given to them, but some take it into their own hands and, in certain instances, steal this boon. When the MC has completed the quest and or fulfilled their destiny, they must return home to share this knowledge or possession with their people. While some are hesitant, they usually realize that this is one of the purposes of this journey, not just self-fulfillment, but fulfillment for the kingdom of humanity. If the main character has stolen the boon or the hero is resented by the gods, they will have to escape in a pursuit known as the magic flight. This is either portrayed in a dramatic, comical, or combination of both of these elements. The hero may have to be guided or brought back in some instances, as they may have achieved in a wakened state and either cannot be disturbed until the summoned one arrives to bring them to reality. This is coined as the rescue from without. Crossing the return threshold is one of the final steps for the hero to take to give this knowledge back to society with the least resistance possible. This will come with a multitude of roadblocks, such as those who reject the knowledge, rejecting the hero, or the hero not wanting to share and integrate with the kingdom of humanity after seeing paradise or fulfillment. But more often than not, this cannot be avoided whether there's rejection or difficulty, as it is more divinely ordained and out of most mortal control. Mastering the two worlds, in essence, is the hero finding balance between the physical and spiritual, becoming completely comfortable in the inner and outer worlds. By giving up complete attachment to personal limitation, fear, and resistance to the universal way, in a sense, becoming in anonymity. Through this mastery, the hero finds freedom and is able to finally live within the present, with neither anticipation or regret of the future and past. We all face difficulty and challenges throughout our lives, and that will likely never stop. Perhaps there is some sort of grander scheme, plot, or divine reason as to why things happen. These thoughts have been in the minds of man since as far back as any of us can remember. Feeling like you have purpose is important, and in my experience, it's usually up to you to decide what that purpose is. Regardless, we all set out on a journey of some sort to find what that is or what it isn't. The most important step is the first one, and finding the courage to take it is not easy. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Stay vigilant, my friends. I've been Javelin. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.